What is going on, my family? Your boy Demetrius is back, and here we are back with another Street Fighter 6 video. Here in this video, there is a lot to talk about because this particular subject was shared to me. Shout out to Eternal Arcader for sharing this with me because you know, I did not know it was this serious when it came to Street Fighter 6's character usage. Now, I will say that I've been preaching never to really trust and believe into the whole character usage rate thing, but when it comes to Street Fighter and Street Fighter 6, things are a little bit different. It's really different when you talk about Tekken and talk about Street Fighter because, you know, 2D and 3D, and there's a lot of other things that factor in when it comes to the character usage rate. And here we actually have crossplay. Now, when it came to games like Tekken 7 or some shit like that, there was no crossplay. So here in Street Fighter 6, we can kind of, I ain't gonna say fully believe it, but a lot of it is more legit than anything else. And basically what I'm gonna be discussing is, number one, I'm gonna be discussing the character usage rate overall and the shocking results that came out of this when it comes to certain characters and where a lot of these characters are placed, because a lot of this shit is shocking. It really is shocking because you got a lot of characters on here that you probably thought you saw a lot. A lot of characters are being talked about. A lot of characters, a lot of people are doing content on the characters, and then you looking at the placings and you're like, what the fuck? You feel what I'm saying? But some characters do deserve to be where they're at. But as you can see on this chart right here, number one is Ken. Like, Ken has been number one ever since the game came out. And as y'all all know from my content, I am a Ken main. Ken is my main character through and through, so I don't want people to think that this is some type of, you know, some type of cap video or some shit like that. Ken is legitimately my main character when it comes to Street Fighter 6 and Street Fighter as a whole. So of course, y'all knew I was gonna come on here and talk about this shit because this shit is kind of interesting. And as you can see from the chart, not only does Ken have the number one overall ranking as far as worldwide, he has it by a big ass fucking margin. I'm talking about, that's a big margin. 13.767, and the closest character is Ryu at 8.568. That's a big ass fucking margin. So we're gonna talk about that and a couple of other things when it comes to the Street Fighter 6 overall usage rate. And then later on in the video, I'm going to discuss the usage rate when it comes to certain rank placings. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Because I kind of feel like that does kind of make a difference a little bit as well. So first, here we have the overall ranking, meaning worldwide, all over the world, across all platforms, because y'all know Street Fighter 6 uses crossplay. So this is all platforms. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC. This is it right here. And as y'all see, the top five, number one, we have Ken, my main character. Number two, we have Ryu, which I'm not surprised. Number three is Luke. Number four is Cammy. Number five is Juri. So the top five, I can't argue with. That is a legitimate top five. I really think that is, you can't really argue with that. Now, me personally, I thought Marissa should have been like in the top five because she's like used like crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Because she's so fucking overpowered. I'm going down and I'm looking at number 10. I'm looking at JP. I'm just like, damn, I didn't think that he would be that low. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Especially how people be talking about him and shit like that. And he's a character that I do come across a lot, but JP, very low percentage when it comes to usage rate, only 4.206. So I was really shocked when I saw JP at the number 10 slot, but you're going to be even more shocked when you see a lot of these other characters where they're placed at. But when it comes to the top five, I can't argue with that top five. Of course, Cammy is always going to be in the top five. You know what I'm saying? I actually got a video coming up in Street Fighter 6, me going up against a Cammy player. So be sure to be looking out for that. That's going to be a cool ass video. Ken versus Cammy, y'all feel me? Juri is, of course, she's basically top five because Street Fighter 6 first came out. That's all I came across. Juri. You feel what I'm saying? Like, my first 4 Street Fighter 6 videos were based off Juri. So yeah, Juri, clearly top five, clearly played by a lot of people. Luke, top five, even though I have not come across Luke like that. So He's top 5. He's at number 3. Luke is actually higher than Cammy, not by much, but he is a little bit higher than Cammy though. So me personally, I really haven't come across Luke like that, but that is pretty impressive how Luke is that high. But that could kind of change in the next couple of weeks. Like I said, that's not a high margin at all. So Cammy probably is gonna pass him up in a couple of weeks or so when it comes to the overall ranking. Jamie coming in at number 6. I can't argue with that as well. Jamie is, you know, I don't too much care for the character. Going up against that character is very boring. A couple of characters like that, very boring to play, but you know, it is what it is. I'm just looking at this number 1. I'm looking at Ken. I am just astounded by the gap. Just look at that gap, y'all. That lets y'all know right there. I know a lot of shit is being talked about when it comes to Ken, and kind of like how he's broken and how he's OP and all of that. Me personally, I'm not saying this just because Ken is my main. I don't think Ken is broken. I really don't. I just feel like Ken is just a very quick character. He has very his executions are very frame tight, and basically you just have to have excellent defensive focus when it comes to Ken. You feel what I'm saying? So I honestly don't believe Ken is broken, because I'm one of those type of people. Even if a character is my main, I'll sit up there and say, okay, yeah, he's overpowered, yeah, he's broken. Ken is none of which. He is clearly not overpowered, and he's definitely not broken. So I just kind of feel like people just need to kind of have patience and have focus when you go up against Ken, and know what to look for and know what to punish. You feel what I'm saying? Because Ken has a lot of shit that can be punished. Now, a lot of people are like, yo, you can't punish Ken and all this. That's a lie. Come on now. He's a Shoto. You can punish the hell out of him. Just like you can punish Ryu, you can punish Ken. So people just need to have more patience when it comes to going up against Ken. That's all it is. That overall gap, that's pretty amazing. That is pretty amazing. That'll let you know right there, hands down, Ken is the most popular character in the game. Like, he really is. Me personally, I think he has been the last few Street Fighter games. That's just a personal opinion of mine. But this gap is amazing. I can't sit here and say enough how amazing this gap is. Like, look at it. 13.7. Shout out to my main character, Ken, man, for real. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I knew Ken was gonna be special in Street Fighter 6. The way that they presented him, his new look, the new attitude, everything like that, I was like, man, Ken is gonna be something very special. I can feel it. And now look what's happening with him. Like, the whole world is feeling it too when it comes to Ken. It's a great feeling right now. Great feeling to be a Ken main right now. Now, here we go to the bottom half of the grid. And this is where things get extraordinarily interesting. And I'm not gonna lie, it gets a little bit of exciting as well, because a few of these characters I'm laughing at right now, because a few of these characters are garbage as fuck, and they actually do deserve to be all the way down on this list. But here we got 11 through 20. The biggest shocker is Chun-Li coming in at number 11. You were to think Chun-Li would be top 5 or maybe 6, somewhere around there, but Chun-Li is nowhere near top 5 in Street Fighter 6. I don't really know what the indication of that is, other than it's probably people are picking other characters, or probably finding new characters to play with, or maining other characters, because, you know, Chun-Li is pretty much the media darling, and for her to go at number 11, that's kind of shocking. Now, I know everybody was like, well, you know, Chun-Li's number 11, that ain't too bad. No, this is bad for Chun-Li. This is bad for Chun-Li coming in at number 11. Nobody's using her. You feel what I'm saying? And my thing is, I'm gonna go out on a limb by saying is, Chun-Li's playstyle is starting to be like the Sonic bum Guile, for real. Because if you come across a Chun-Li player, they're starting to play like Guile now. What I'm kind of saying is, because of this, I know this doesn't warrant change as far as the character mechanics, but hey, maybe. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe it's time for a change when it comes to Chun-Li, because like I said, Chun-Li is starting to play like Guile. A lot of players are just walking back, throwing fireballs, waiting on you to jump so they can anti-air you, and that's pretty much ball game when it comes to Chun-Li. Or if a Chun-Li player gets you in a corner situation, they're gonna use all their meter, all of their super shit on you, just like that. It's getting kind of boring, getting kind of derivative, so maybe time for a change when it comes to Chun-Li. I'm just saying, I know these character usage grids don't warrant change when it comes to characters. I'm definitely not saying they should take a character out because of it. But when you see numbers like that, something ain't right, or whatever was working ain't working no more. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about Chun-Li. Very shocking that she is number 11. Should be in the top 5, but I guess people ain't feeling her like that. Number 12 is Manon. Manon, an absolutely stupid ass character. I do not like this character, can't stand her. Number 12, I guess so. You know, kind of like what I said about Jamie. Manon is a very boring character to fight. Very boring character. Cheap ass lows. Absolutely fucking ridiculous character to fight. Manon can go kick rocks. Who gives a fuck? Aiki is kind of shocking as well, being at 13, despite the fact, you know, how the media kind of pushed her. You feel what I'm saying? She was getting a big push when she got revealed, and then when she came out, a lot of people were using her, but looked like that done died down. You know, people done used her, picked her up, played her. Now people are like, oh, let's go back to our mains and shit like that. So I guess that's what's going on with Aiki, because that character was being pushed. Even Capcom was trying to push her, but she's at number 13, so maybe that'll change in the next few months. Who knows? Number 14, the Sonic Bum, Guile. Y'all already know how I feel about Guile. Guile is toxic. Guile is trash. And I am so glad that Guile is where he is at number 14. He really ought to be lower. Me personally, I would switch Guile with Dalzine. I don't think Dalzine deserves to be at number 20. But I'm gonna get the Dalzine. But Guile, completely pathetic, trash. The same fucking broke ass record with this character. You know what? 15 years from now, when there's a Street Fighter 9, it's gonna be the same shit with Guile. People are getting sick of it. People are getting sick of it. That's why people don't even use him. People don't use him, nothing. So I'm definitely glad people are not using Guile. People are not feeling him. Number 14, he deserves it. Fucking. Kimberly coming in at number 15. Kimberly, you know, I've said this before about Kimberly. Kimberly, if they were doing Wi-Fi usage rates, Kimberly would definitely be number 1. Every single Kimberly player, it seems like, is a fucking Wi-Fi player. You come across a Kimberly player in Ranked or wherever, it's going to be a Wi-Fi player, plain and simple. I don't know why that is, but it really hurts the character. When you come across Kimberly, you best to believe you're going to be fighting in Wi-Fi. But on side of that, with her low numbers, I'm not really surprised because of that fact. You know what I'm saying? Kimberly players are Wi-Fi players. And I also feel like Kimberly probably is the most avoided character too. Because like I said, Kimberly players, Wi-Fi players, players bounce. Players bounce, man, for real. Because that crazy, stupid shit in Wi-Fi, motherfuckers ain't trying to have that. So yeah, Kimberly probably is the most avoided character on top of being in number 15 to where nobody really plays her. So bad luck for Kimberly. Rashid coming in at number 16. You know, it is what it is. Blanca, fucking joke. Everybody knows it. That's why people don't use him. So Blanca is just an uninteresting character. Nobody cares about that charging shit anymore. That shit is gone. It's dead. They need to do something with that shit. E Honda, same fucking way. Complete fucking joke. Nobody fucking cares. Stupid, broken. People are just getting tired of it. But I will say this, E Honda is a fun character to go up against, but obviously he's not a fun character to use because nobody's using him. E Honda, a total joke. Now, number 19, what do you know? The super trash, super garbage ass Lily. Like, this is the worst character in the fucking game right now. Lily is the worst character in the fucking game. Trash, garbage. I'm just telling you. I am so glad people don't use this character, because you come across this character, it's just complete bullshit. Complete, utter bullshit. This character is just totally trash. Totally trash. This is one character they just need to take off of the game. They just really just need to take her off. Completely garbage. As you can see, her number 1.907. That's bad. That's bad. That is just bad. Totally trash. And whenever there's a next Street Fighter game, this character should not be on it. They should go ahead and take this character off. Nobody gives a fuck about her because she's trash. She's stupid. Her moves are dumb. Her play style is dumb. Just don't like this character. The stupid unga bunga crap that she got going on. Get her out of here. Number 19, at the bottom where she fucking belongs. at the bottom of the trash barrel where she fucking belongs. And they got Dhalsim at number 20. Like I said, I personally don't feel like Dhalsim deserves to be in number 20, but damn, Dhalsim is such a fall from grace, man. This is a character that used to be one of the most played characters once upon a time, and he has fallen off horribly, man. It is crazy what's happened to Dhalsim. I can't believe it. You feel what I'm saying? Now, like I said, I don't agree with him being number 20. I would actually swap him with Guile. Dhalsim would probably be like 14 or some shit like that, but damn, that's still kind of low for a character that used to be one of the most played characters at one point. Not in Street Fighter 6, but I'm just saying at one point in time in Street Fighter's history, Dhalsim was one of the most played characters. But now, boy, things have changed with this character. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. The whole yoga teleport thing, the predictability is starting to get to a lot of players that were dedicated to him. You know, the teleport spam and all that shit. People are starting to figure that out. And I'm going to tell y'all like this. Street Fighter 6 is terrible for Dhalsim. All of the mechanics that Street Fighter 6 has, it goes against Dhalsim because Dhalsim he can't spam you out. He can't overwhelm you with the shit that he used to do with all of the drive impact shit going on. That hurts Dhalsim. So Street Fighter 6 is kind of terrible for Dhalsim. I feel sorry for Dhalsim in that manner because the game's mechanics really work against him. Y'all feel what I'm saying? A lot of people may disagree with me, but y'all just really got to think about it. The drive impact and all of that shit. How can Dhalsim do what he's known for, which is basically spam out the teleport, you know, make your head spin? Dhalsim players counting on making your head spin with that teleport in his range. You can't do that in Street Fighter 6. The mechanics are just too much for him. So I'm thinking that's what's going on with Dhalsim. Like, people are starting to look at that. Street Fighter 6 is just bad for him. This is a bad game for Dhalsim. I'm dead serious. And he doesn't deserve it. But it is what it is, man. Dhalsim is at the bottom. He doesn't deserve to be, but damn. Fall from grace when it comes to Dhalsim. You know what I'm saying? When you see a character fall this hard, that is abandonment right there. A lot of people have abandoned this character because they kind of feel the same way, that Street Fighter 6 is really bad for him. So this next grid here is pretty much the same. The only difference is I did a platinum rank. So this is worldwide platinum rank, and the reason that I did this is because once you reach the platinum rank, that's when things get really serious. That's when you really start fucking with the big boys. You feel what I'm saying? So it's pretty much the same when it comes to the platinum rank. Placings are pretty much identical. There's only a few differences, and that's at the bottom. As you can see right here, here's the bottom part of that. So not much difference. Only a couple of places have been redone from the original worldwide. So, and another reason why I did this too is because, like with Street Fighter 6, I really don't care too much for the rank match. I'm actually having more fun in the battle hubs, to be quite honest with you. The reason why I'm having more fun in the battle hubs is because, man, you be coming across some crazy ass motherfuckers. You come across a lot of shit talking motherfuckers too in that battle hub, but that battle hub is pretty fun. So I spend most of my time there. I'm not really worried about trying to reach legend rank and all of that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm an infinite type of guy. I like to keep on playing non-stop, and Street Fighter 6's rank system is going to be exactly what Tekken 8 system is going to be. And to me, it gets kind of boring after a while. I could play it for like an hour or so, but then I'll get off of it. So I'm not really all that deeply dedicated into trying to get the highest rank when it comes to Street Fighter 6. Because like I said, I just kind of feel like the battle hub is way more fun. It really is. But yeah, I just put this up here because this is the platinum rank, and we basically see Ken is number one. Ken is practically number one, period. He's number one on all of the ranks. I've actually checked this out. Ken is just definitely number one. He is just the number one character when it comes to Street Fighter 6. Most played, most popular, most talked about, most loved, and yeah, probably even the most hated. I don't know about being the most hated. I think there's a couple of more characters that are a little bit more hated than Ken is. Kind of like E Honda. Yeah. But yeah, Ken is it. Ken is number one. Like I said, as a Ken main, it does feel good to be a Ken main right now, because this is a character that everybody is trying out. This is a character that everyone is having fun with. To be #1 on all platforms and all ranks worldwide, you got to be having fun with the character, and people are having fun with Ken. People are enjoying him, and people are being dedicated to him. You feel what I'm saying? So Ken is #1, rightfully so, and it looks like it's gonna be that way for the remainder of Street Fighter 6's tenure, if you look at that big ass gap he has on all of the characters. So Street Fighter 6 belongs to Ken, everybody. A lot of people ain't gonna like it, but here you go, read it and weep. Like I said, I've always say, don't look too much into character usage, but hey, let's just keep it real, everybody. This is a big ass gap. I mean, come on now. This gap is just tremendous. So basically, when it comes to character usage or whatever, it doesn't matter who says what. Ken is absolutely the most undisputed character in Street Fighter 6. That's just how it is. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section below about the worldwide character usage rate when it comes to Street Fighter 6. What do you agree with? What are you surprised with? Let me know in the comment section below. We can get a conversation started. Say what's on y'all minds. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to your boy for some more real talk ass content just like you have witnessed. I will get back at you in the next video. God bless. Stay safe. I am out. Peace.